Maybe I'd start being a lion.
Wait. All right. Got my flames on. Just a vest. I mean, I've got shorts on. It's pretty cloudy actually. 14, 17. That's the date. What's the date? I don't know. Hang on. I think we're in June now. June. Friday, the 6th of June. Leave it. Good boy. Not much has happened. Well, I say that. What I mean is, I haven't done much. So, I'm just trying to remember. I can't remember what I last talked about. I know. I think the last Monday was the day I went to the had my assessment thing. Haven't heard. Oh, fuck me. Good boy. So, got something to talk about now. My neighbour, the one I saw the other time, she's right behind me. I didn't realise until I just looked that way. What's going on here? We've got a roadblock of some sort. Yeah. Come on, this way. Through there. Now, she was looking down when I looked at her, so she doesn't know that I know she's there. Shit, now Tucker's stopped, so I'm going to have to stop probably. Good boy. Good boy. She's gone a different way. I'm not looking. Look at all that. Yeah, Monday was that day. Tuesday. I think I come out on Tuesday. Yeah, so I haven't heard anything yet. Oh, that's right. So my manager, Gobby Chops, she messaged me for an update. Oh God, I got an headache. Just, it's gone. Yeah, so she messaged me for an update, like, and I hadn't even left the fucking premises. Dog. I'm gonna have to. We're going to interact, I think. Good boy. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Come on. Leave it. Big one, isn't it? You're a big boy. Yeah. Come on in. Good boy. This way. This way. So she's messaged me like update, and also, well, she didn't say can I have an update, but that was the purpose of it, and she sort of said, I've been off long enough now. Shit. Go on. I can't remember exactly what she said. I think she said, I think you've been off long enough for a staged return to work. Now, when I went to the doctor way back then, she said about going back part-time first, so that's what that is, right? I think. But it kind of irked me that she was suggesting it as a thing when it had already been on the table for weeks. and it had been in my head since then, you know. So it feels like she's instigated this process when it was going to happen anyway, probably. Yeah, I mean, if I was going back, right? I guess the aim was to go back. I like the job I have. I'm good at it most of the time when I'm not fucking losing my shit all over the place. I am stressed about going back though. I mean, I was worried that I was going to go back too soon. I still worried it's too soon, you know. I keep having these moments of being fine, being okay for a bit, and thinking, right, am I good now? Have I done it? Have I finished my resting bit? Have I reset myself? I don't know what the right terminology is. Am I good to go back and, you know, manage that now? Because I've just switched off from work and I've not been doing. He's about to. Yep. Right. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So that's going back to work comes with a lot of processing, admin management that I haven't done or been doing, obviously, because I've not been working, but it all still needs to be done. And when I got 2P'd across to this new company, essentially started working for this new company, we as employees then have to do all their like training modules and health and safety training things. Now I've done the exact same, all the same training modules, because every company's got their own variation of the same thing. And I've worked at this place I work for the last 3 years, but for 3 different companies. And so for each of those companies, I did the training and the induction and the learning process, which was fucking hard, right? Because I was learning a new job. But the first 2 times, each time I was learning a new job, right? Plus doing the training. Now, the first time it wasn't too difficult. I had time to kill most of the time, and I had spare time to do the training. It wasn't an issue. The second job, which was like a promotion, I see it as a promotion. I was changed company, moved to a different area of like the work that I do, but still within the same building as the one I was in before. So still with the same people, you know, I still interact and work with the same people. There are more people, different people, that I've over the next year got to learn them, and they've got to learn me. My masked me, right? The timeline is that. Okay, so the timeline is August 2023. Somebody said, I'm going to put you for I'm going to recommend you get referred for an autism assessment. All right. And at this stage, I was working for that first company. That was the moment for me when autism went into my head as a thing. All right. Claire had mentioned it before, and it fucking bounced away, and it didn't land. But it landed then, August 23. What? Autism? What are you talking about? And then I started looking into that, and then, oh my God, right? So I was in that first job then. And then it was February. So hang on, no, before that. December 2023 was the last gig I did. That was the last, it was Christmas Eve. That was the last time I was a performing musician, like for work, you know, that was my job. That's the last time I did it. February 2024, I went for this other job, same place, different, better for me, IT, which is more, I was only in the first one because it was postal, and I was a postman for a year before that. So it kind of like, I mean, it's all those coincidences, and Claire tells me it's, what's it called? Begins with S. Fuck, I don't know what it was. Not serendipity? No. Where things align. I mean, I'm calling it coincidences. It might come back to me. I can't remember what the word is. Maybe it was that word. Anyway, I thought, I've just done, I worked for a Royal Mail, right, for 12 months. And they fucked me about. And at the end of my 12-month contract, they said, we'll take you on full time. And I said, no thanks, see you later. So I left. And then I saw this job at the place that I work now, which was in a post room, not managing, but working in a post room, delivering mail around this place I work. And I thought, wow, maybe I've just done a year with Royal Mail to set me up for this. So I went down that pathway, and that's how I got where I am. So I did the mail room for a year, and then this other opportunity came up. So the place I work, people move around all the time, different jobs, different areas, different things. I learned that in that first year. And in the back of my head, I've got, am I autistic, right? In my head, half, sort of 2/3 of the way through the year. And then February 2024, I went for this other job, same building, working with, similar people, the same sort of people, different company, doing IT stuff rather than post stuff, right? Still delivering like equipment and, meeting people and driving about, but it was a lot more sort of, a lot more mental processing. A lot more sort of technical on the computer, and managing systems and ticket requests from clients. So it was way more sort of head work. And it was immediately obvious that it was, wow, this is a lot more. I had to learn a lot. I had to do all their new bullshit. Health and safety and training. Also, I had a guy training me, my buddy, right? He was called a buddy, apparently. He was training me, but he didn't work at the place that I worked. He worked at that place where Gobby Chops worked. And I'm sorry. I shouldn't be calling you that, her. It's just a nickname now. It's a nickname. We all know who I mean. I do nicknames. I either do a nickname, or I will shorten a person's name to just one syllable if I can. Just being efficient. Trying to reduce my output by syllables. Right, so yes, so I went for this other job, got it. Now, when I went for the interview for that job in February, so it would have been January, I had a good idea that I was autistic, but didn't know. Had not had my assessment, so I did not know for sure. So I didn't mention it in my interview. And then I got the job, went and started it. And it was after that, a couple of months, in fact it was April, right? It was April, started in February, and then April I had my assessment. And it was about, there's a dog coming and a woman, just got to be mindful. We're at the fork in the road. She's coming from the left, and that's where I want to go, so. Hiya. we going to say hello? I think we might. Hello, good girl. Is yours a girl? You can't hear me and I can't hear you.
Yeah,
It was better before. But hang on.
That's right.
Is it a girl?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, girl. Oh, you don't like me?
No,
All right, fair enough.
She's a bit funny when people talk to her. She's like,
I mean, I'm a bit like that when people talk to me. All right,
yeah,
well,
funny thing.
we'll leave you to it then. All right, thank you. Bye bye. Now, is this still? Yeah, it might be. I think it's still going. So that's a bit awkward. Anyway, so I have no idea what I was saying. Oh yeah, so April I had my assessment, and then I don't know, May, was it the end of May? It might have been the end of May. I found out, yes, you're autistic. So I was working for that second company then, doing all my training, learning the job, and I realised that, wow, so I've always, apart from music, right, I tried to be I wanted to just play my guitar. So if I can play my guitar and make money, I'll do that, right? So I tried to do that since 2011 I started doing that, and that's what I did. That's all I did. And then we were going to go to Vegas to get married, so we needed more money because I didn't earn a lot of money. I mean, it went up because I did more gigs towards the end, but we needed more money. So I took a part-time job. I went as a delivery driver, and then COVID came. I got kind of really low and depressed around then. I mean, it took all my music, gigging, work, the thing that makes me feel valuable and a contributing member of society was taken away from me, and it's something I built up over 10 years, and that was hard to adjust to. Anyway, I left the delivery job, and then sometime, I mean, I was. What are you doing in there? I don't think we're going in there, Tucker. Come on, good boy. I was depressed, and so I didn't work for a little bit, but the next job was the Royal Mail job, postman. Right, again, cool. I enjoyed that, delivering, finding places, and right, logistical. And I realised when I was in this second job at this place I work now, the IT one, no, this way, that prior to me trying to be a musician as a job, I worked full time for a company, and that was an admin. No, well, yeah. I was it was in IT. A hardware distributor, right? So hard drives, memory, servers, they build servers and stuff like that on site. So I was like, I did a number of things there. I worked there for like 8 years, and I was like a sales order processor, and I did returns, not in the same thing. I moved to different bits. Now, I didn't want to do that. I just, when I was 19, that job, I fell into that job through, it wasn't none of it was my choosing. I did a IT NVQ course when I was 19, and the only reason I did that was because the person I was with, my girlfriend, we were in a long, not then we weren't, but we were together for 7 years, and when she met me, I was depressed, and so I wasn't working. I was 18. I'd been, going around just trying to stay alive, basically. Really, Nothing special about me whatsoever. In fact, less than, less than the middle of whatever that scale is. So, and it was her parents. I was at her house. Right? She lived with her parents, and they were great. She got good parents. They were nice, friendly, loving, supportive, to their kids. And I was now her partner, right? So they were kind and supporting to me. Not that I spoke about me and what's going on with me in my head, because I kept all that locked away, didn't I? Anyway, it was their suggestion, or I don't know. They found it or noticed it, or she noticed it. Anyway, I went for that. Did that as like an extra learning thing in IT. And at the end of the course, it was like a perk. You got an interview with a company to go and work for them, and it was this company that I went for. I got the job and went and worked for them, and I stayed with them for 8 years, and then I left, right? But that was a logistical thing, and so I realised in this second job that my current job basically, I realised that wow, it's because of the autism, my logical brain and not rational, but processing and logistical problem solving, and it's just right up my street, right? My brain is good at that sort of stuff, and I realised that that's what I've done. Well, anytime I've had a proper job, it's all sort of been logistical, which is what I'm in now. And again, not really through choice. It was just kind of like coincidence. Just happened. What is that word? Serendipity. No, I'm not sure if that's that either. Oh, it's going to bug me. Do you ever have that? Like when you can't remember the word, you know it, but you can't remember what it is? Oh, God, that's a fucking... But then when you do remember it, you're like, and don't Google it, because you won't get it. I mean, you'll find the answer, but if you wait and let it come to you, the payoff is better, I think. So I will not Google it. I might ask Claire. If I can't remember by the end of today, I will definitely ask Claire, I'd imagine, because at the moment I don't have the headspace to have that rattling around in my head as something to think about with everything else as well. So yes, so I realised, it's because I'm autistic. I've done this all my life, this sort of stuff. This is what my brain is suited to. So I getting this second job, doing all their admin and learning the job. It was way more mentally intense. But still good, manageable, and better than what I was doing before. I was enjoying it. I mean, it was a struggle. It was hard at first to keep up with the learning, especially when my dude was... So I got... Right, my buddy dude, he didn't work with me, I said that. But I worked with another guy. It's just us two at the place that we work. And so he's got although he's not my, we're the same, essentially. We got the same job. He's been there doing it for 6 years, so he knows it better than me. But he's developed his own way of doing things and processing stuff, and that he's done learnt shortcuts and stuff. And so I was getting two ways of learning the same thing. I was getting the official way from my buddy, and on whenever he came in to see me, and then on a daily routine, I was having to. I was learning on the job from this other guy, in a sense. Well, absolutely, but also, but you know, not the right way, and I want to learn things the right way. If somebody, or you know, if the task is to do a job, and whoever is, you know, in charge wants it done a particular way, I will want to do it that way, the way that they want it done, and I'll just do it that way. So I don't want to learn it the wrong way. And what I really know is he'd go, the guy, he's great, right? Nothing against the guy I work with. He's been good for me. He's a bit grumpy, like me, but he doesn't hide it. So that's a good point, isn't it? Oh, just thought of that. Okay. Oh God, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he would go, all right, so how you're supposed to do, no, he would go, how we used to do it, and they show you how, what we used to do, and I'm like, what? I don't want to know what you used to do, I want to know what you do now. What have I got to learn? Don't teach me the thing that you don't do anymore, because that's just more I've got to fucking look through and process just to find, you know, what you want actually. So don't give me any unnecessary crap, just give me what I need to learn. All right, and I'll do that. And I did, right? I picked it up and it got easier. Right? It was really stressful at first, and I wasn't sure if I was going to, you know, it might be too much. I don't know if I was suited for this. But as soon as I understood everything, I mean, not everything, I haven't learned everything, still haven't. I'm not there, am I? But everything I did learn is now like locked in, right? And I know it. I'm wondering if it's gone a bit rusty. Must be. Nearly home now. Fuck me, I'm finished. So I'm worried about going back to work, right? Because I'm worried that I've forgotten everything. I can't do anything. I'm worried, like, when I rock up and everyone's like, oh, you're back. You know, I think I've said this before. Where you been? What's up? And I'm not going to want to talk about that. And there are going to be, I mean, I can see there are going to be, I work at a place there's like 5,000 people, and I could see any of them, right? And so I interact with people who I don't know, and I interact with people I kind of semi-know through the job, but don't see every day. You know, they work for a different company, and we work together for this big company, right? So I'm worried about the social aspect. And AuDHD, I mean, my social challenges are vast, I think, quite bigger than or anyone else realises that knows me, because I hide it. And I can wing it, and I can get through stuff by pretending. I may not understand, but I'll get through the scary moment and then work it out afterwards. I can do that pretty well. So I'm stressed about returning to work, but I kind of want to. I want to be able to try and make it work. I don't know if it will. I don't know if I can. But I've got to give it a go, haven't I? Because if I don't, I feel like that's not the right thing to do. I was in a place where I had a job, or I have a job that I don't dislike necessarily. One click. And also, good boy. I liked, you know, I liked the people. I like the majority of the people I interact with on a daily basis are good, friendly people, and have never done anything to me, right, to make me hate them. I don't hate anyone. But it's all very... So now she's like, right, return to work, and my head's gone, oh bloody hell, you're deciding I'll return to work now? Fuck me, I haven't even had me feedback from this meeting the other day, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm here, I'm outside my house, so I'm going to stop it, and I'll catch you next time, bye. The word, oh god, I nearly forgot it again. Synchronicity. I didn't have to Google it, Claire didn't tell me, it just came back to me, and it felt good. So, yeah, cool. If this fucks up, I will not be impressed.